You wake up one morning, rubbing your eyes, yawning, ready to go for a job interview, and then boom, you're white. Yeah, white skin, green eyes, red hair. But you still sound like your regular Nigerian self. No, this isn't a Nollywood prank show. This is the life of Furo Wariboko. And trust me, his story is one roller coaster of confusion, comedy, and social commentary. Oh, and did I mention, his behind stayed black? Yup, nature has a sense of humor. So here's what happens. Furo Wariboko wakes up one fateful morning to the horrifying and slightly hilarious realization that something very strange has happened overnight. He has gone to bed a proud Nigerian man and woken up looking like a Caucasian export from Europe, complete with green eyes and fiery red hair. Except for one tiny detail, his ass stayed black. And yes, the universe clearly thought this was funny. Now picture this. Furo is a young graduate from a low-income suburb of Lagos. He's just landed his very first job interview. This was supposed to be the day his life changes, but certainly not like this. So, with his heart pounding and his mind racing, Furo sneaks out of his house without telling his family. Because really, how do you explain this to your folks? Hey mom, dad, surprise, I'm white now. Yeah, no. So he heads out for the interview, but now he's faced with another problem. Convincing everyone he's still Nigerian when his looks are screaming foreigner louder than a British accent in Ajagunle. His documents say Nigerian, but his face says Oyinbo. Lagos isn't ready for this. On his way, he realizes something fascinating about Nigerian society. Suddenly, people are nicer, politer, overly helpful. He's late for the interview, and what does he do? Pulls the oldest trick in the Lagos handbook, the stranded car story. Oh, madam, my car broke down. Please, can you help me with transport? And guess what? Boom, instant sympathy. She gives him money without question. If he were black, she would have chewed on that car story like suya, wondering how a broke Nigerian owns a car and still begs strangers for help. But now, he's white, so he gets a free pass. Apparently, in Lagos, melanin determines believability. Finally, he makes it to the job interview, and this is where things get hilarious. He applied for a regular position, but when the boss sees him, it's like discovering gold. Not only does he get the job, he's offered a higher position because, drumroll, he's white but acts Nigerian. Jackpot. He's the perfect blend, a white man with Nigerian street smarts. In fact, the boss is already calculating the kind of clients they can woo with this exotic new employee. Colonial hangover is alive and well, folks.
Life's a party, rock your body.
But that's not all. While Furo is out here trying to figure out his new reality, Lagosians are out here doing what Lagosians do best, being opportunistic. Everyone wants something from the Oyinbo guy. Taxi drivers suddenly start multiplying fares like they're doing advanced mathematics. LASTMA officials see him make a wrong turn and pounce, trying to milk some extra cash. And don't even get me started on the bootlicking and fake politeness. Oga, sir. You're welcome, sir. It's comedy and tragedy rolled into one. Meanwhile, Furo notices another funny thing. People stare. Everywhere he goes, heads turn. Some people can't believe a white man is walking freely under the scorching Lagos sun like it's a vacation. Others pretend not to notice, but you can see the curiosity burning through their skin. And when they find out he speaks fluent Nigerian pidgin, jaws drop harder than NEPA bringing light during the day. Things really start to escalate when Furo meets Syreeta, a stylish, ambitious woman whose friends all seem to have European husbands. To Syreeta, Furo is like an answered prayer. I mean, a white man with Nigerian vibes? That's basically a social upgrade. She gives him food, shelter, and, well, even some other benefits. Let's just say, Syreeta didn't exactly rescue Furo out of pure charity. Oh no, there's always something in it for her. Maybe she wants mixed-race babies. Or maybe she's just tired of her Oga. Or, maybe it's both. Either way, Furo gets a pretty soft landing. And just when you think the ride is over, the story throws in another curveball. We meet Igoni, first as a man, then as a woman in transition. Suddenly, the book touches, though very lightly, on gender identity. Igoni drops this gem.
It is easier to be than to become.
Profound, right? The theme is crystal clear. Identity is complicated, and society just loves to make it even more so.
Are you kidding me?
But Furo's journey isn't exactly all rosy. His desperation to survive makes him take advantage of people, which you might excuse at first, until he starts acting kinda shady towards colleagues like Tosin, who genuinely liked him. And then, there's this sudden rekindling of connection with Igoni near the end, which honestly feels a bit rushed. It's like the author just needed to wrap things up quickly or something. Oh, and remember Furo's sister? She was smart, bubbly, social media savvy, right? The setup made it seem like she was going to shake things up, but instead she just turns into a Twitter celebrity for tweeting about her missing brother. And honestly, that's it. I kept waiting for her to blow the story wide open, but nope. She just collected followers and dipped.
You left me high and dry.
And that's the story of Furo, our Nigerian Oyinbo who navigated Lagos like, well, a video game character on cheat mode. Free transport money? Check. Top job? Check. Free food, free shelter, and, oh, a side of romance? Check. It's a wild ride that starts with a bang and ends with you scratching your head, laughing, and maybe even questioning your own ideas about identity. And this gem of a book? It's Black Ass by Igoni Barrett. Yes, you heard that right, Black Ass. A title as bold and cheeky as the story itself. Now, let's talk about this book. First off, I love how Barrett flips Kafka's Metamorphosis on its head and, plants it right in the heart of Lagos. Instead of Gregor Samsa waking up as a bug, we get Furo Wariboko waking up as a white man, except for his black behind. This transformation, honestly, becomes a social experiment in identity. What makes you who you are? Is it your skin color, your language, your documents, or maybe just the way people perceive you? Barrett brilliantly shows us that society prioritizes genetic features over everything else. Even when Furo speaks fluent Nigerian pidgin, people just assume he's some foreigner who's mastered the language. His passport says Nigerian, but nobody cares, except when it benefits them. Like Erinzi, his boss, who basically sees dollar signs every time Furo walks into a room.
Okay, money!
Another thing I found fascinating was how Barrett explores the relationship between Africans and Caucasians on African soil. There's this twisted mix of admiration, opportunism, and, well, inferiority complex. Some people fall over themselves to help the white man, no strings attached, just because they assume he's fragile and needs saving. Others help, but only for future benefits. And then there are those who see the white man as a gold mine and honestly, milk him dry through inflated prices and constant begging. It's funny, it's sad, and it's real. The gender identity subplot with Igoni? Interesting, but honestly, kinda underdeveloped. The quote,
It is easier to be than to become.
Hits hard, but Barrett doesn't dig deep enough. Maybe he didn't want to make it a big theme, and that's fair, but it felt like a missed opportunity. Now, the flaws. Furo's sudden coldness toward Tosin didn't make sense to me. It felt out of character. And the ending? Whew. Barrett had me expecting fireworks from Furo's sister, but she fizzled out like NEPA light after 5 minutes. Still, the book redeems itself with its humor, audacity, and social commentary.
The audacity!
Igoni Barrett is a Nigerian author with a sharp eye for satire and social issues. Black Ass was published in 2015, and it's one of those rare books that dares to be different. Barrett challenges norms, pokes fun at societal hypocrisy, and forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about race, privilege, and identity. So if you want a book that's bold, funny, thought-provoking, and slightly scandalous, this is it. And if you've read it, tell me in the comments, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow in a completely different skin color? Let's talk. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more classic and not-so-classic book reviews that make you think and laugh at the same time. Till next time, happy reading. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you're interested in diving deeper into this book, I've left some links down in the description. You can use it to grab yourself a copy and keep the adventure going. And if you're in the mood for more great reads, don't go just yet. Click on one of the videos popping up right now that I think you'll love. And don't forget to give this review a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe if you'd like to see more. Every bit of support helps us grow this little community of book lovers. See you in the next one.